Welcome to a Harsh Reality broadcast on the 10th of February 2013. My YouTube broadcasts started on the 21st of November 2011, and since then there has been a steady increase in subscribers, and I feel now that we have a close-knit community on this channel. More people are beginning to post and many have become regulars with their posts. As I have mentioned before, I do not want to go viral with my channel, as I believe when anything goes viral it is short-lived. I would like my channel to increase like a healthy economy, and that is slow and steady. The objective of today's broadcast is to give you an indication of my thought processes and my views on how the Western economies are managing. I would like to start with the fact that Mother Nature is very cruel, and that most animals live in a state of stress. Out in the wild you are either the predator or the prey. I cannot dress up this fact any other way. That said, I do not expect life to be rosy. Indeed, on balance it is very tough. I must admit I have been very lucky. I live in the UK and was part of the baby boomer generation. The problem, to put it quite simply, many people today do not realize what true reality is. Think about this. There are 7 billion people on this planet. If you were to redistribute the wealth, giving each person an equal share, how rich would you be? I can guarantee you would be much worse off, and that's because the people who watch my videos tend to live in the Western and richer economies. We simply have not experienced absolute poverty. However, I do believe things are about to change, and very much for the worse. I believe that life is rather like a game of chess. The masters are strategists and they will sacrifice the pawns to protect the king, and guess who are the pawns? The elite are strategists, and each move is planned carefully, whilst we the pawns are distracted with reality shows. Indeed, it suits the elite for us to be dumbed down. Have you ever wondered why the monetary system is not taught in schools? If you did a poll today, I am sure that you would find that the vast majority of people do not understand how money is created, and that's how the elite like it. Do you really think the mainstream media reflects the true position in the big wide world? It is biased towards the interests of the multinational corporations, politicians and the banking elite. The alternative media can provide balance, and note that I say balance, rather than an accurate picture. I know even the alternative media have their own agendas, but at least looking at the wider picture you can make a more accurate assessment of what is going on. Let me give you an analogy. If you were in a country cut off from the rest of the world, you would tend to believe in the belief system you were brought up in, and would rarely question it. However, if you were given the opportunity to travel around the world, you would then have the opportunity to see other belief systems and then question your own. After all, why should your belief system be correct when it conflicts with others? In the past it was easier for the elite to send us to war. The propaganda from the state was not questioned, as there was little access to an alternative view. We simply felt patriotic and were prepared to put our lives on the line without question. Today more and more people are questioning the need to go to war, and quite rightly so. We were told that Iraq had weapons of mass destruction. It turned out they did not. We went to fight in Libya because our governments told us that Colonel Gaddafi was cruel to his people and that Libya needed liberating. They didn't say that Libya was trying to get off the petrodollar and move to a gold standard. Then there is Egypt, Afghanistan and so on. In the past many things were hidden from us, and therefore we trusted people in power. We trusted the Catholic priests without question. It turns out that some were abusing children. We trusted the politicians. It turns out that in the UK many of them were fiddling their expenses. Indeed, a culture of corruption had built up. We trusted the mainstream media. However, the trust was eroded when Rupert Murdoch's journalists were hacking the phone lines of many people. It also transpired that there was a too cozy relationship between the media and the politicians. We trusted the banking elite, only to find out about the LIBOR scandal. Our society is maturing, and those that want to be educated are prepared to do their research on the internet. People are questioning the ethics of our leaders, and quite rightly so. Unfortunately, our leaders rely on the fact that many people do not want to educate themselves and do their research. They are quite happy remain ignorant provided that harsh reality does not affect them. I am going to be blunt. Harsh reality will affect them soon, and that's because people and the government have borrowed from the future at an alarming rate. The monetary system is a Ponzi scheme and it will come crashing down. People who follow my channel will have noted that I was disappointed to hear President Obama, in his inauguration speech, stated that the US was in recovery. I shall tell you straight, there is not a cat in hell's chance of a recovery before a major depression takes place. President Obama, in my opinion, is misleading the population. No wonder that the population will not be prepared for the depression ahead. To be honest, if I had not done my research, I would believe that everything is under control. Well, it is not, far from it. We are going to witness a catastrophic collapse. I cannot give an exact timing, but I can say without any doubt, matters will get a lot worse as the months pass by. Once the confidence is lost in the monetary system, the collapse could happen quite quickly. Have you noted that the problems in the EU have gone quiet in the mainstream media? To be honest, if I did not continue with my research, I would believe matters were not too bad. But unfortunately, my research tells me otherwise. In Greece, for example, there are still riots on the streets. Also, many families are relying on food handouts. In October of this year, the EU will open up their borders to Romania, and it is expected that many will enter the UK, and who could blame them? Their average salary is only €340 per month. The average UK salary per month in the UK once converted into euros is 1,841. The influx of the Romanians into the UK will drive down wages, and that's exactly what the multinational companies wish to do, because they can make more profits and keep us fearful. After all, a fearful population is easy to control. Until such time a revolution takes place. Just be prepared for the future, because it is going to be so different from the past.